love that little song. It's just so catchy. Hello, Tracy Morgan from Trisha's channel. Nice to see you. Muriel. Oh, you don't have to be worried. I'm better. I didn't do my hair for you, though. My hair's a little... It was very windy. Icy windy today. But yeah. So we are working. Working. Miss Pat will join us later. She is... she got Mr. Green's Christmas party. And I invited several other ladies, so they may be along. Trisha is here, and she will appear when she's ready. Let me tell you what I did first. So the very first thing I did was I went into my eBay store. And I'll show you guys what I did. Share screen. Ended. Yeah, this is the one you want to see. So, first thing I did, which I will remind Miss Trisha. Hello, Celeste.
Hello, how are you?
Good. So I went into my store and I sorted my active listings. And I did them by, I got to stretch out the screen so you can see. And I did them by time left so that I have the most recent time left, because when you relist an item, it counts as a listing for that month. And since these are already going to relist, I went through and I just looked at the ones that were really old, like they were some were from January or whatnot, and then I ended them. Yeah. And now I'm just going through them and relisting them. It looks like they're mostly coffee cups and such here, but regardless, list it and leave it, right? List it and leave it. Just let it go. Oh, there's my Lana. Hi, Lana. So, Celeste, this is the first time you've joined.
Yeah, they used to be on a day I was at work, and so I off. So this actually works in my schedule. So it's really nice.
I am. It's Tuesday, Baber.
Oh, I thought you do that on Wednesdays.
No, Tuesdays at 5:30. Okay. Go ahead, Celeste. I'm sorry.
Kiss me.
Oh, no. It just happens to be the first time I can join in. So
oh, nice.
I'm happy. Yes.
So the other ones we were doing, it was a Zoom meeting, and it was just a small group. So it wasn't, live on anybody's YouTube channel like this is. But I have a YouTube channel, and these guys, for whatever reason, think it's fascinating, all the crap that I have to sell. And so that's why there's a couple other resellers that do live listing shows too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So we just work. There's Miss Trisha. Look,
Trisha's live.
Gotta hear that almost every day. Doug yesterday said he was going to reach out to Trisha and say, "Hey, Trisha, Jan's live."
He did.
Oh, did he?
He did.
Yeah. So, Trisha, this is Celeste. She's from a small resellers group. We formed about a year ago, and there was like a handful of us. I think it started off of Death Pile Destruction. Do you know that? Do you know that Facebook group? It's resellers. Just
I know nothing Facebook.
Oh,
I have zero interest in anything Facebook.
Yeah, I get it. Well, that's where we all met, and there was a lady that was hosting the Zoom sessions. And like I said, they weren't live, they were just for us. And we got really close because we got really personal about,
Oh.
what stops us from listing and how we lose our mojo. And I mean, there were some serious therapy sessions that went on that somebody should have charged somebody some money for because they were epic. But yeah, I invited those ladies when that lady decided she wasn't going to do the Zoom meetings anymore. I invited those ladies if they wanted to come while we do this, then, there's a once a week accountability thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I am this week taking a break from listing hard goods on eBay because all of a sudden now, Monday, they're going to be here to strip the exterior. And I have to clear my patio and stuff by Monday. It's like,
yeah,
oh,
that's still working.
That was 2 weeks sooner than I was anticipating. So
isn't it freezing out there?
No, it's 42 degrees.
That's freezing to me. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's 19 here.
It's snowing right now.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
The white
there you
stuff.
go.
The white stuff in his hair.
Oh my god.
That's not great here.
It's 42. Although next week the nights
right.
are going to dip into the 30s, so it is going to be a little cooler.
That's crazy that they want to start working when it's this cold.
Well, it's like a year and a half long project. You can't just work when it's nice because it's not nice here enough.
Yeah.
What's nice? 40 degrees? That's pretty nice.
I don't know. I'm a 60-degree girl. If it was 60 degrees every day, I'd be
waiting for 60 degrees in Seattle.
Oh.
You have this much of a
Noelle gets 60-degree days. She's down by Portland. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a lot further south. Right, Karen? Hi, Karen. Karen's much further north, but not as north as me. But she was much further north. She knows 60-degree days, July, August, September.
Yeah.
Those are your 60-degree days.
So Celeste, Trisha's primary reselling source is her YouTube channel.
It is.
She does live sales
every day.
Every day?
Except Sunday. Not Sunday.
Not Sundays.
Not Sunday. I do 8 live sales in 6 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we all started that. Oh, I mean, I personally started that after COVID. When it got to the point where, and that's when I found all these people in this circle, was when I was trying to figure out how to sell out of my mother's estate when everything was closed.
Right.
And all of a sudden, people started doing YouTube live sales. So there's a lot of resellers out there that know that they can source from YouTube. They can get good deals through YouTube, and we just invoice through PayPal.
That's really nice.
Yep.
I know that a lot of people are going to Whatnot, and I have an account on there. I've never done a live sale.
We've done Whatnot a couple times, and if you are here when Pat comes, Pat Doodles, she is doing amazing on Whatnot, and she is doing strictly doll stuff. So it's dolls and doll clothes and everything else, and she's gotten herself quite a following on Whatnot, and she's making bank.
Great, that is great.
Yep, because we have to ebb and flow with how we sell stuff, right?
Yeah, we have to change, and a lot of these live sales it's the new thing. It's like entertainment and buying, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to buy at a static site.
Right. I mean, people still do, but
I'm entertaining. I'm not on Whatnot.
Trisha has a couple of shows that have specific themes, and there are people that, I mean, she gets a good crowd in there, and we make up soap operas about different people that come into the chat, and we've married off a couple of people, and it's just, it's
and there is an island, and
Yeah.
you have to make some determinations about yourself to see which side of the island
it's a
you're going
social
to
thing, though.
inhabitate on. And some people can visit, they can roam. Some people, if you're eating tuna fish one day, that's it. You're
I don't
banned from
begin to
half the
understand
island.
anything that she's talking about right now. It is specific to one of the shows that she does. I think it's the Friday
Friday
night.
night. Yeah.
Friday night with oh, look at that. Look at you, girl. How you feeling?
Hi. That was quick.
That's Miss
Hi.
Mia.
Oh, Trish.
From Boston.
Look at you. Woo! Thank
Mine-
you.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know you were gonna be here.
Mine
Cool.
has a little pink on it.
Awesome.
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hi, Celeste. I'm Mia.
Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm hiding under the cap.
Celeste didn't know the rules, so it doesn't look like she's working on anything.
Uh-oh.
But Celeste can come work with us anytime, or you can sit and chat and get used to us. Whatever you want to do is totally fine. But at one point, we're going to put our heads down and we're going to work. We work and share and stuff like that. And what I was going into before Trisha came back on was I was explaining that I went into my store and sorted by ending soonest, and I ended 10 listings that had been listed a year ago, and now I'm just quick doing sell similar on them. I did that last week to 5 items, and 2 of them sold, and they had been listed in my store for over a year.
Wow.
And I didn't change anything but a couple of words. I didn't even change the price.
Lovely.
So I don't know what the algorithm thing for eBay is. There's Pat. Hello, Miss Pat.
Hi, Miss Pat.
Pat.
Who's in
And
the-
hi, everybody in the chat. Hello there.
Oh.
Yeah, them's hanging
Hi,
out.
Muriel. Hi, Kathy Wiseman.
But these
Lona.
cups, I am going to change their prices. I'm going to drop them all because they have been listed for a very
Hey, Brett. How are you?
Yeah. Well,
What
give
you
me a
doing?
smooch.
And
Okay,
Miss
we're
Doodle. Hey, Dean.
Just got home. Hi. Dumb.
Your truck's dumb?
Yeah. So the check engine light went off all by itself. You didn't do anything.
Ta-da!
Yeah, but the codes are still there.
Oh, maybe the bulb blew.
No. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
You could always take off the dashboard and just put a little black electrical
I'll
tape.
put some tape over that light there.
He's trying to get his inspection done, and he's been really frustrated resetting the codes on his truck, and then you have to drive and drive and drive to get the thing to go through the cycle or whatever. And one night he was driving for 4.5 hours
4 hours. Yeah.
back and forth between towns, and the thing wouldn't go on. He came home so pissed.
Well, then
I don't have one of those new fancy cars.
so
Neither do I.
Oh, that's
Very next morning, I go to start my truck up to go to work, and immediately the check engine light came right on. I was so pissed off.
It's an older truck. It's an older Chevy. It's not a new fandangled thing. This is
okay.
just traditional
And we saw
check engine light
we
needs to
salt
be
our
off.
road.
Oh, okay.
Like after 10 years, you start getting the wire gremlins, you know.
Yeah.
Yep. I know.
Yes, his truck still looks like a skunk. He still has a white hood, white bumper, and the rest of the truck is black.
Fluffy.
Fluffy truck.
So Trisha, I haven't been able to pop into your lives for a while. I just bought a house a couple of months ago, my first home, and I
Ooh,
moved.
congrats.
It took forever to move, and it's almost 2 hours away from where I lived. So
Oh, wow.
just going back and forth was crazy. So now I'm just starting to get, look at this box is everywhere. Oh, Uncle Johnny was at my house on Thursday. Johnny, Cajun Roots Johnny. We had lunch because he lives 2 towns over.
Nice. Did he bring his husband?
No, it was just him and I.
Aw.
But I brought him home. My husband just hugged him, and he's like, "You're so sweet, and thank you for being so kind to my Mia and
Aw.
helping everybody." He's like, "I listen. She doesn't think I listen, but I listen." And
Donnie
you help-
actually has a sweet side. Who knew?
he helped. I just
Ooh.
asked him some questions about how to put my office or whatever. Anyway,
Nice.
it's
Yeah, I
it was
started
nice.
calling him Uncle Johnny years ago.
You did,
I
yeah.
kind of felt like he was, like a mentor kind of thing. And he comes in and he calls me Aunt Janet. And I'm like,
No.
it's not what I was going for. I was going for, I feel like a niece. But I haven't had the time to explain it to him.
Yeah, I think I'm older than him. I think like a year or 2 older than him.
Nuh-uh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just turned 57 the other day.
He's
7
older
days
than
ago.
that. He's older than that.
Oh,
Yeah, New Year's Eve. Now I
Yeah.
know that your birthday's New Year's Eve. Oh, what's in the bag, Celeste?
See, I am working because
Good.
yeah, I was dropping off some donations and I got 3 bags of inventory for free today.
Ooh.
So
Now, are you a full-time reseller?
no, I just do it part-time.
Nice.
Yeah, I have 2 kids and I work.
Yeah, I'm actually part-time too. I work full-time too.
Wow.
This is
But
my
Mia
only gig.
and Trisha, they are full-timers.
Oh, good for you.
Well, yeah,
That's
this is
right.
my only gig, but
8 sales in 6 days.
how many?
8 sales in 6 days.
Because
I
I'm
don't know
full
how the hell
time.
she ships it all, man. I was working with Stuff Sells Stuff. They have a Monday night reseller working like this.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were on for hours and hours, and I still didn't get everything packed just from one sale on Sunday.
Wow. Yeah, you did pretty good. I popped in.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Oh, so much paperwork, and I mean, and then I was supposed to find some important paperwork like court stuff for a family member, and I'm like, what box is it?
It's hard when you move.
I'm like, I just moved and I have like so many boxes.
Yeah, you'll get through it.
No, I know, but they're like, well, you don't know where it is. I'm like, I just moved. Like, there's stuff everywhere. So a lot of the boxes came before the furniture came. So it's kind of, I didn't set up the furniture the way I wanted it before the
Right.
boxes got here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, because my desk isn't going to stay here. Anyway, I got to undo a few things. I'm going to putter while we're live. So
Nice.
all
That's what I'm doing too.
this is almost all inventory except for like paperwork and office stuff. And my mom's jewelry. I just found a whole bunch of stuff that I totally forgot about, was buried in my cellar at the apartment. So Celeste, if you can't tell, I'm a Bostonian.
I was loving the accent.
Oh yeah, we harass her so bad.
Oh, that's mean.
Oh, she loves it.
I don't have my glasses on, and I couldn't read that. That's a B if it is, but I could tell by the apartment.
Apartment, yeah. Yeah. We don't drink out of a fountain. We drink out of a bubbler.
Bubbler.
Really?
A bubbler. Yeah,
A bubbler.
a bubbler. Yeah.
Mia primarily has been selling jewelry. She inherited multiple estates.
Yeah.
And we get going so bad when she's selling. She'd be like, "It's a choker.
It's a choker."
Okay. Oh, so you guys.
Yeah, I took care of a lot of family members. My mother was one of 11 full-blooded Sicilians, and they were all hoarders. So
Oh,
yeah,
Same.
it's a lot. But we also took care of my husband's family members, my mother-in-law, and it's just a lot of stuff. So I grew up really poor, so I can't throw away good stuff.
Me and I don't source.
I totally hear you.
I
Yep.
don't source at all. Not
We don't.
right now. Oh, Jan,
Whoa.
I have a booth.
You got a booth?
Ooh.
I got my foot in the door, and I got a shelf in
You have a
one of those
shelf.
little co-op mall things.
Is it a secure shelf? Is it for jewelry?
Oh yeah, there's cameras everywhere. I'm gonna
Okay.
bring in a bunch
Oh,
of glassware.
It's locked.
Yeah, maybe the shelf locks though, right?
No, I'm not gonna bring jewelry.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Oh hell no.
Her jewelry, most of it is not costume.
Oh wow. So you've got
Yeah.
to look
Well,
after.
my Uncle Joe was very very knowledgeable about jewelry, and he lived jewelry. He loved it. So I inherited all his stuff. He was my godfather and my uncle.
Oh, that's sweet.
So and he was gay, and he was awesome, and I miss him so much every day. But he taught me a lot, and he left me not just the jewelry, like trunks and trunks and trunks full of stuff. Like trunks. Crazy. And I thought all that stuff was gone. I thought he was 92 when he passed. He would have been 98 right now. But I thought he had sold all that stuff when he was younger. And
Nope.
Hoarded
it.
No, he hoarded it in his and he was silversmithing in his elderly complex where he was living in downtown Boston in the North End, that's where all the Italian section of Boston is the North End. Yeah, he was down there, and he paid like $320 something for his elderly apartment, and he had all this stuff hoarded, and he just had like blankets. I'm like, it's crazy. But he left me notes.
Wow.
So he's been doing this he was doing it for a very long time, because the notes go back to the early 90s all the way up until he died. So so when I find there was like Native American stuff, there were Native American books so I can learn, and then there was stuff Mexican silver, so there was books about Mexican silver in there. It's just really cool. I just wish we got to do things when he was alive. I mean, we did some things like that with the jewelry, but nothing like I had no idea. I really didn't have any idea.
Get a lot more than you thought.
Oh, I've been selling jewelry every Monday night for 3 years.
Oh my goodness.
Including dropping stuff off to have it melted down, and high-end auctions, and listing.
Yeah, Skinner of Boston is one of the high-end places that I prefer to go to, and they sold a lot of stuff for me, and interesting, very interesting. But now I'm like, there's a lot of glassware that I'm going through, bottles and pretty things. I don't know anything about glassware, so
yeah,
that's the stuff I want to put in the booth.
Yeah, I don't know that category at all, but people do make a lot of money on it. So
yeah,
well, that's one of the things with our situations is everything that we inherited. I mean, research it.
Right.
Yeah.
We already have it. It's not like we're going into a store and taking a risk on buying something that we don't know anything about. So we've been forced into all kinds of categories.
I bet. But you learn a lot going through it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're forced to learn it because, I mean, for me, I think the same for Jan, but I think for me is that I don't want to disappoint my deceased relatives and underprice stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to undercut myself or overcharge anybody either. You know, I want to find that happy medium spot that yeah. And some stuff I just gave away too, because some things just have to go to some people. no
Right.
matter what it is.
Mhm.
I gave a lot of my cousins. I gave jewelry, these beautiful 18-karat gold bracelet, and it had her name, Martha. My cousin Martha.
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 Wasn't gonna.
And her mother was Eva, and there was a ring I found. It said Eva, and that was 14-karat with diamonds and rubies. I gave that to her too. So I think it was, you know what I mean? It was supposed to go to her. So I'm like, do with it what you want to do with it. If you want to keep it, or I don't know.
Yeah,
It
it would.
Yeah, meant to be with her. So so I've been trying to do that too. When things supposed to go somewhere, or they fit, it's supposed to go to, I don't know. It's like he lets me know, the light goes on, and I'm like, well, that needs to go there. That needs to go home with this person. So I don't know.
Yeah.
You do that too, though, Jan.
Hmm?
You do that too.
What?
Well, if you think something needs to be somewhere, whether it has a price on it or not, it goes. You've donated, you've given,
Oh, yeah.
and you sell.
Yeah. That's the hoarder thing, because she was so attached to everything. I have to find homes for it. But over the years, I've gotten a lot looser with that, because I don't want to be a full-time reseller. I don't aspire to. I've got other things I want to do. So this is a temporary journey, and obviously with the knowledge, if I see something that I can flip easily for a significant profit, I'll still have a small section of the barn for inventory or whatever, but
Right. So has anybody sold fur coats at all?
no, I've got some that I need to sell.
I tried that once, but it was so hard for me to authenticate anything that I ended up just giving it away for like $20. So I don't trust myself. And plus, I mean, it's
Go
like
ahead.
people don't buy out here, and the whole fur thing.
Where are you?
I'm in California.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of fake ones too, like they're, faux.
Exactly.
I don't know how to tell the difference. So unless
Me-
it's marked.
Some of them are really good fakes.
Yeah, and they can be expensive. Some of the older stuff can be expensive. I do have I found a box of pelts.
Oh.
That was in with the stuff from that was packed in June of 1971 in Uncle's one of his in his what the heck is it called?
In a trunk? No?
Yeah, he's got a bunch. There's a bunch of trunks. I got a bag of keys and trunks with all these locks.
Oh man!
I haven't gone through them yet. I have four storage units now.
Wow.
It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, I have to. That's another thing I have to investigate about pelts, because I think some of the stuff that he has are on the endangered list now, but when they were, because like I have the receipt when he put it into storage in June of 1971. So other things were legal then. So I don't even know what I'm going to be doing with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He was going to be making things with them. So I don't know.
A lot of research time too.
It's like the rest of my life.
Oh.
Crazy. It's a crazy amount of stuff. So it is. What part of Cali are you in?
I'm in the Bay Area, northern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin Martha, I believe, lives in I don't know where she lives.
Well, that's true, Muriel.
It's a big state.
Muriel says, Jana Mia, the upside is you're sure the inherited stuff is valuable. The high quality is also an automatic learning.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Amy says faux fur would be more popular than real fur. Maybe
Right.
selling pelts to native tribes.
Ooh.
That is a great. Uncle was part of a tribe. Remember I told you that before, Jan?
Yeah, write it down. Write it down. That's a good tip. That
is an
deserves
awesome
a post-it on the monitor. All right.
Maybe his feather collection too, huh?
10 things ended and sell similar. I deleted all my drafts that I had for the stuff that I sold on Sunday. So now I don't have a whole lot of drafts going here.
Hot flash. All right, let me start jumping into some stuff here.
Yeah, get to work, Missy.
Yes, ma'am. I am filthy from all the stuff earlier. Oh, God.
Miss Trisha, did you get all your invoicing and stuff done?
That's what I'm working on. I'm never done.
True.
I'm never done because I'm more on trying to get back to being on about a 7-day rotation.
Yeah.
Because of doing all the sales, people
Yeah.
don't want an invoice after one sale. It's like, no,
They want to fill it for the week.
Days and then send me an invoice.
Yeah.
So yeah. That is what I am working on. And I did get my 3 clothing items listed for the day, which was my goal. That was my goal. So yes, I did get that done. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much between now and the time I go to bed or the time I feed Joe again. You want to come say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here and say hi to everybody.
Oh,
that's Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Doesn't he look like he's starving?
He's very undernourished.
Hi, Liza-Lot.
Oh, what a doll.
Mia, Amy said feathers too.
Yeah, I said that. I said I have the collection. I said I should definitely. I already wrote it down. Pelts and feather collection.
Cute.
I'm sure there's feathers that. I mean, you're just so. This feather is from the highest region of the blah 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 blah, and the bird that, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was just so smart. He was wicked smart.
Smart.
He was wicked smart.
Smart. Hey, quit hitting that.
That's my necklace.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. You're muted, Mia. Banging around on your microphone. Hi, Christy.
Causing a ruckus.
People in Kansas used to buy pelts, but not worth as much as they used to be. Yeah, these are some of those things that, I mean, if we were actually like going out and buying stuff, we would stay a million miles away from.
Right.
You know, and then to have them, I remember when, so this house that we bought several years ago now, 3 years ago, I don't know. We didn't live in it for a while. We just worked on it. But there was a lot of stuff left in the house, not like a hoarded estate or anything, but just, stuff.
Oh, was that the cat house?
Mm-hmm. The cat house.
Yeah.
Yep. That's this house.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Trying to put the pieces together. It's been a while.
I know. There was a room downstairs that was the grandfather's office or something. And after he passed away, nobody went in there. The family didn't want anything that was in there. So it was like, this weird tomb when you walked in. And it looked like somebody just stopped working that day.
That is really strange. It's like, oh, we don't want anything. Just shut the door.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
Time capsule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Time capsule. That's a much better description than a tomb. Time capsule. And there was this one cabinet that was full of liquor. And it was sealed liquor bottles that they had collected because they were like wine connoisseurs or whatever. And I tried comping some of those bottles, and where I could find them, they were selling for really high dollar, but I couldn't find anywhere to sell them.
Oh,
So I finally just put them in the dumpster.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like I had anything invested in them.
Right.
So I don't know, after you've been doing this for as long as I have without investing any of your own money, just time,
Right.
you get I just don't want to deal with it and give it to somebody else or whatever.
Yeah.
But my son called the other day. Apparently he was watching some of my old videos, and he's like, hey, all those liquor bottles that were down, and I'm like, they're gone.
Yeah.
He's like, seriously? And I'm like, yeah, I threw them out years ago.
Yeah.
Six inches of snow. So why am I not finding? Is it because I'm putting Portugal on it?
You're in Portugal?
No, I'm listing the stuff that didn't sell.
Oh.
From Sunday.
That stuff is in Portugal.
Yeah. In the corn picture says it was made in Portugal. So I put, when I was looking for a comp, I put Portugal, and there was like only 3 sold, and I'm like, seriously? Maybe it's not as impressive as I thought it was. I see the Shawnee ones I've had.
That's not always a reflection on your item. There may be something about the other items that's not as appealing to other people.
Yeah. If it's a decent price, I mean, I'm kind of like, I really want to get these little $14 and stuff like that out of my store, because I don't want to store that stuff anymore. And the prices were significantly higher before, and they've been lowered, and then it's time for clearance. But every once in a while something sells. So let me check Worth Point. I've had the Shawnee ones before, and those sold in a live sale. I noticed that people figured out how to list those Corningware coffee pots, the cornflower coffee pots. They're just calling them pitchers now. So all of a sudden, a whole bunch of those have showed up and they're selling.
Oh, as pictures and not coffee pots?
They're just saying picture.
Interesting.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many of those I got rid of that were at my mom's. I was like, they're banned everywhere. I can't freaking sell them. So
Why did
because eBay has these rules. If something is discontinued or was removed from the market, like the whole Dr. Seuss thing, you weren't allowed to sell any of the banned books, even though they were never banned. Things got really crazy over the last 3 years or so, you know, and just all the rules and regulations. And then there's some companies that will go after you with a Vero strike where you're not allowed to resell their stuff. Yes, recall. Thank you, Kathy Wiseman. That was the word I was looking for. If it was recalled, if it's a product that was recalled, even though people are not making coffee in them, they like the cool Corningware display, the old coffee pot, you couldn't sell them.
Right, because they don't want the liability, right, of someone.
Right, which doesn't make any sense. So people were trying to work around it, but if you put it in a certain category and eBay took it down because it was a product you weren't allowed to sell, you couldn't do anything creative and list it in collectibles or anything like that once they already knew what you were trying to list. They basically would come up and say, don't try to list this again.
Right. It was on to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So now, for whatever reason, people are, I mean, I can see that just in the last week, 4 of those coffee pots have sold. And in the title, they're listed as pictures. Because, I mean, technically they are a pitcher. They have a spout.
That's clever.
They're percolators.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think my grandma had one.
Yeah. My mom, there was like maybe a couple dozen in my mother's house.
Wow. So she had a collection of them?
My mother had a collection of everything.
Oh,
If she collected something, she collected 20.
That's the thing. How do you not end up doing that? I try to keep myself from collecting. It's tough.
I don't know. If you go back to the beginning of my channel and watch some of my first videos, the mere horror of the volume will probably keep you in check for a good 6 months. You had railroad keys taken down? What the hell for? Oh, yeah, absolutely, Christy. You can bid. Yep, you sent me an email. You're registered. You don't have to be a member of my channel. So if that's what, so there's a difference between subscribe and membership. Membership is you get the cool icon or whatever, and sometimes there's member benefits. Like on Trisha's channel, she's got a whole bunch of member benefits and freebies, and she does drawings, member only drawings and stuff like that. I originally started membership on my channel because I was doing buy it before you list it videos, which I'm going to go back to. So the very few members that I have at this point, you know, they'll be able to see those videos 24 hours in advance. But for the most part, they didn't really have any benefit. Other than the fact if they showed up to my Sunday sale and they bought something, I didn't even invoice them. I've already shipped it. Guilt. The guilt is real. I'm guilt-free now. Antique brass keys, because I said railroad, they thought I was trying to break in or something. Who knows? But then I relisted as antiques and they sold. Yeah, but now if you try to immediately relist it, eBay's got something in place where it says basically, I told you not to try again. you
Yeah.
know, kind of thing.
It's like a second strike, right?
Yeah. But the Vero stuff is different. The Veros are
That's right.
like,
From the,
I don't think you can resell Mary Kay. Can you do that? I don't think you can.
I used to years ago, but maybe
Oh,
it's
yeah?
you're not. I think in a big volume they'll catch you. I would do it
Now,
here and
there's
there.
some brand names. I forget where the Vero list is on eBay. Noelle has showed us.
I think everyone knows the Velcro. That's the one everyone knows.
Yeah, you
right?
can't say Velcro. You have to say hook and loop
Which
is dumb.
it is dumb.
I mean, if I'm trying to find something with Velcro on it, I'm typing Velcro
Right.
for the search words.
Because how do you know the seller knows it's a Vero and knows to put hook
Right.
and loop?
I mean, not all buyers sell, so they wouldn't know that stuff. They'd be like,
Right.
why can't I find
No.
anything with Velcro on it?
What's a hook and a loop? I don't want a hook.
Yeah, right?
I don't want a hook. I want Velcro.
That's,
Hooks are metal. I don't want a hook.
what's another one that's stupid? Words you can't use on eBay. Banned words in a title listing. Um, yeah, you can't do any, like, it's very tricky to sell adult propaganda. Most of these are going to eBay community, though. I'm trying to find the actual eBay Vero stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the highway. So I guess
All right.
go.
Thanks for
Nice
hanging
meeting
out
you.
with us.
Of course, yeah. Great to meet you all. How do I
You can swipe up to leave, or I can literally kick you out. I think I'm gonna be helpful and kick you out. Kick from studio. Items that bear the rights owner's trademark, such as a logo, but were not authorized by the rights owner. Oh, is it Post-it you can't say? Wow. There's a lot.
That kind of does sound right about Post-its. Now that you say that.
I mean, it's literally like alphabetical here.
Of words.
I've gotten away with doing Tiffany style, Murano style.
I don't like using that. I don't like seeing that in listings either.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot. It's been a long time since I've looked at this. You can't resell Abercrombie and Fitch? Didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but I can't say as though I've tried.
Definitely haven't tried.
So I don't have firsthand experience with that.
Cutco? Don't they have all kinds of Cutco crap?
What is that? Cutco?
Yeah, Cutco knives. You can buy this stuff all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, people buy used Cutco all the time because it's lifetime warranty. So they can contact the company to have stuff resharpened, refurbished, or replaced.
Oh.
Well, I don't know what that's about. Okay, well, I've spent entirely too long on this picture. Yeah, vintage Corningware carafe pitcher.
Oh, now you can't?
They're selling like hotcakes because they've taken coffee pot out of the title.
But now you're not supposed to say that?
If you do the coffee pot, eBay will take it down because it was
Oh,
recalled
no. I
for
thought you said
Corningware.
that the carafe was on the do
No,
not use list.
that's what they're putting in the title, carafe or pitcher. And they're selling. This one, there's one here that went for $80 4 weeks ago. That's crazy. That's kind of genius. All right. I'm just gonna I can't find it. Yeah, I have Mia in sound limbo because she's got her her little microphone on her shirt and she's hustling so hard that it was like look at her hustle. She can hear us. We just can't hear her brushing on her mic. All right. Well, we're just gonna start it from scratch. Create listing. Ceramic corn on the cob pitcher. Continue without a match. Used. Vintage. Cub. What does it say on the bottom? Portugal. J. Wilred. Wilred. Oh, there's one from 2022. Oh, Wilfred. Got it. And this. 9 inches tall. Thought it was bigger than that. 9 inches. Portugal. Store category would be vintage China porcelain. Color is multicolor. Material is ceramic. Type is picture. Style is, I have no idea. Size is medium, I guess.
Jan.
How cool is that?
This was mine. I just found a box of my things from when I was little.
It freaks me out when I find stuff that was mine.
Oh, wow.
I've got the thermos and Sigmund the Sea Monster thermos.
Yay.
Oh my goodness. I was so in love with Donny Osmond. And I married a Donny and I have a little Donny.
I had their dolls. I had Donnie and Marie Osmond Barbie dolls. Oh my God, you were really obsessed.
Oh God, yeah. I have the dolls. They're in here. They better be in here because that's where they would be. Oh no, that's.
Yeah, it's definitely not Majolica.
Oh no. I have a decapitated turtle. I used to collect turtles too.
I collected bazooka gum wrappers and I sold them
Of course you did.
for $40. Like Noelle convinced, she was like, go ahead, put it for some high price. And I'm like, that's nuts. That's when she was in Rochester and I picked them up in the bedroom and I was like, well, this is junk. She was like, hold it.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am.
Good for you.
Sold fast too.
It better be in here.
For cracks.
Yeah, sometimes the weirder, the better.
Yeah.
You know?
And I got the
You never
nicest.
know what other people collect.
I got the nicest feedback from that sale too, and they were like, "Thank you so much for listing these." And I'm like, "Dude, you don't
Isn't
even know."
she beautiful?
Yes, very nice.
This was my mom's. It was always. There's a crack in it. Of course, she repaired it. But this was always on my mother's bureau, like her, her makeup table or whatever. Oh my God. I'm going down memory lane now.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. My Donnie and Marie dolls should be in here.
So that is 5.5 inches in diameter. 5.5
There you go.
inches. You found them?
I found him.
I have both of them. Are they in their original clothes?
Yes, this is the little purple
Yep, with
jumpsuit.
the 3 different shades of purple.
Yes.
I've got Marie with her dress.
That's cool. I'm so excited about that.
Crazy.
My husband used to tease me and say, "Well, is that my dowry?" my Donny Osmond lunchbox, my Donny Osmond, and my is that my dowry? And he had to wait a while, but yeah, he got one. A little too much. All right, I'm not going to go through this, but look at these. These are really cool.
What are they?
They're clothespins, but they're for like little kids, like to play
Oh, cool.
mommy with your clothespins. It says 30 Dolly's washings for mummy's dainty pieces and the
Nice.
clothesline. And they're just
So you could
little.
make a little doll laundry thing.
Yeah, see, look.
Pat could use those.
See? So little. But the boxes are full. I don't know. I'm going to sell them.
Good girl.
I have no idea how old they are, but they look pretty cool.
What did that just say? Better not.
I forgot I even had that head vase.
Oh, I remember when I found head vases at my mom's. They were in a tote in the backyard on a pallet covered with a tarp that had completely deteriorated. I opened that tote and it was like, 3 years into stuff. When I saw those head vases in there, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. The really good stuff is outside in the yard.
Under a top.
Under a tarp.
I found Miss France. Who's this?
Harry wants you to say hi to him.
Hooray! What's happening?
That's what he was looking for.
I'm not even looking at the chat. And this one, Miss Orient. I don't know why these are in here. These were probably my looking dolls that I wasn't allowed to play with. But they're in the boxes. So.
God, there were so many of those dolls in my mother's house.
Did your mother have the looking dolls and the playing dolls?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just my house.
I didn't have that many playing dolls.
Yeah.
There were so many cabinets full of dolls.
I'll have to look these up later. These are going to get sold. Hopefully these might be worth something.
I don't know what a looking doll is. I can imagine what a looking doll.
Not allowed to touch.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to play with it at all.
Not in my house. It was all.
Yeah, my mom really didn't
play with it. Have fun.
No, my mother. It was all about her. So
yeah.
she had the collection, and she would say it was for me, but then I wasn't allowed to play with
it. And then it had to stay in the box.
And it had to stay in the box.
I hated that.
It's awful.
Hated that.
That's why with me, my kids, I'm like, play with it, open it up, have fun. All right, I'm gonna comp these and see.
No, I've already sold all the storybook dolls I had. I
still
had
have
a,
a few.
what did I have? Like
Storybook dolls?
6
Yeah.
or 7 of them, but yeah, that was quite a while ago. They
What's
are
a
like
storybook doll?
Little Red Riding Hood, Little
Oh,
Bo
The one that flips
Peep.
over? Like you flip over the dress and like grandma's on the other side, and I have that.
Yeah, so do I.
So that's a storybook.
I seriously think our mothers talk to each other.
You know they are now.
I know.
They collected a lot of the same stuff.
oh,
I'm gonna sell these on Monday, I think.
There you go.
Friends, they're called Friends from Foreign Lands. And they're in the boxes. I've got 3 of them right here. The Look of Porcelain. Miss Orient, Miss Latin America, and Miss France.
I have a lot of like
Nice.
there's a lot of Heidi dolls. Do you remember the Heidi story?
Topsy-turvy dolls. That's what
Yes,
Amy said.
topsy-turvy dolls.
oh yeah.
Amy with the knowledge bombs.
Yeah.
She just throws them everywhere.
Did you see what Lulu's saying about the red and pink vase that you found outside?
I remember the red and pink vase you found outside next to the house. Was that the Roseville one? I was just blown away. When I was opening those totes in the yard, I'm like, God, Mom, really? She had so many totes full of cheap ass Christmas stuff.
From the dollar store, right?
I'm like, after Christmas sale at Kmart and all this other stuff, she had boxes and boxes and boxes and totes and totes and totes of this crap. But the vintage, beautiful stuff in totes on a pallet
Outside. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna price these.
But that's when you know that she got like she was storing things somewhere, and then all of a sudden somebody was no longer interested in storing her things, and they got like dropped off or whatever.
Oh.
Couldn't fit them in the house, so they went on a pallet with a tarp while she cleared space. Air quotes.
So Celeste, how did you meet Celeste?
Celeste was in that little reseller group that I was in, that we used to do Zoom meetings on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And it just ended up being a nice little small kind of support group. Just, we started off of a post in Death Pile Destruction.
Okay.
Whatever that Facebook group is, and people looking for buddies for accountability kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
But then the lady that was running it stopped. Something happened to her husband or something. Can't remember.
Did anybody's death piles go down?
Death Pile Destruct. Oh yeah, they go down all the time. That group is very active.
Good.
I think Kat, the nurse flipper, is the one who started that group.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's great.
Stay. So mixed up.
Save. Oh, that is a lovely photo.
Memory keeper. So that'll go. I have a ton of brand new frames for pictures.
Oh, I got so many frames, honey. So many frames.
I think I'm gonna gather them.
That's like one of the largest categories that I have stayed away from all this time. Same with the camera stuff.
But are your frames plain or are they decorative?
Well, both.
Okay.
I
Because
have
decorative people are always looking for decorative ones that, you know, specific needs for, you know, it's like, oh, I have these pictures, but I can't find the right frame for it, you know, to put them up. So yeah, sometimes you get lucky and it's like it's just the right size, configuration, color.
yeah.
You know,
So look at like this is like a mosaic one.
that's pretty.
That's a
Yeah, it
frame or a framed thing?
No, it's a frame for a picture.
Oh, I
it's
see.
Very
a
nice.
mosaic,
Yeah.
brand new Avon that my mother said she swore that she sold it. With the amount of brand new old stock that I have, I don't think
Yeah.
any of it's sold.
Avon's amazing with all the variety of products they
Yeah,
came out with. Absolutely amazing.
I can't wait till I come across the all my little pins. She bought me every pin with the perfume in it for like every holiday. You know, there was like an apple with the worm going through it, and you opened it up, and it had like a little lip gloss or pretend
Yep.
perfume in there. Yeah,
Those little critters.
yeah.
I used to have, I had this little tiny saucepan that I was allowed to put on the stove and put Vaseline and melt it down on the stove. And then I could add like mint or, you know, whatever was in the kitchen or whatnot. And my mom would help me pour them into those little critters to refill the lip stuff.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool though. Small
I never would have thought of doing that.
Yep. She was smarty pants.
Yeah.
More frames and
all right, so we're gonna say 4 pounds.
Tons of stuff. Ding ding.
Listed.
You go, girl.
This is the first steps in trying to be consistent, you know. Start with, if I'm gonna do a sale on Sundays, then and I'm gonna do this listing on Tuesdays, then I think by Tuesday, before this starts, I have to have everything invoiced and packed from the sale. And then whatever's left from the sale has to be listed on Tuesday night.
This is jewelry stuff. Ay, ay, ay. There's files.
So that is listed. I got to go in and put the I should have this open already somewhere.
God, I'm filthy.
I got a little lazy with my SKU field. That was one of the first things that I caught up
What do you use that field for?
on where the listed merchandise is.
Oh, okay.
I am really OCD about that.
Oh, all right. Do you have like a numbering system or a letter system or?
So here, I can just share this. Presents. Share screen. Share screen. So in the custom label SKU, I can sort by those so that I can keep track of my inventory. So like books, blue bin, oversized, I know I can check if eBay like takes something down or duplicates something, you know, when I go to grab something out of there. And then I use this list is posted right over here. And these are the existing SKUs that I use. So ceramic bin 1, all these things are in ceramic bin 1, ceramic bin 2, ceramic bin 3, Christmas aisle, Christmas bin gray. So I have never had a problem, because that's one of the things I noticed a lot when I was first getting ready to do my eBay store, was a lot of people were saying, oh my God, I couldn't find it. And that freaked me out. And that was my big holdup for why I hadn't started listing on eBay.
Oh,
Because I was like, I don't know where to put active listings, because with my mom's house, it was moving around all the time, you know?
Right.
mhm.
So then I started taking active listing inventory home, because that's where our shipping room was at our house, in the shop, in the garage. That's where our shipping was.
Right.
And that became a pain in the butt. So that was like the big breakthrough, was to be able to, this bin is getting labeled and it's never moving again. This is its permanent home in the barn, you know. So like glass and ceramic bins, they're on the bottom shelf, all in the ceramic and glass aisle.
That's a good system.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a system that makes sense in your brain.
Yeah.
Of how you're organizing things.
Yeah.
And you can't just use someone else's system because it works for them,
No.
because
Right.
that just might not be how your brain processes the information.
I feel like I had
I totally agree.
researched and watched and listened to
Mhm.
at least 25 different ways to store your listed inventory. And
Mhm.
especially some of those resellers that would go and pull their orders, and they would do like the what sold videos, and you could see them, you know, going to pull an order, and then it was like, oh my God, it's not in here. It's not, you know, why is it, it was here. This is where it was. So I'm trying to stick really good to that. So I had a bin right here that was listed inventory, and it was, I'll put it in listed stuff later or whatever. And then something came up that sold, and the SKU was empty. And I'm like, oh my God, where did it? And then thank God it was still sitting right here in this bin.
Oh no, I'm
It
one of
hadn't
those
made it.
people.
You are?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
No, I have my tubs over here with the clothing in them, and
Yeah.
they're labeled the way it makes sense in my brain.
yeah,
And then all the hard goods I have listed
yeah,
are always in my under the stairs closet.
yep.
Now I am using that for things for live sales also, but every hard good I have listed is in that closet.
Nice.
So if
So
it's
I don't have any hard goods listed. Say that again.
I said if it's not there, then I don't know where it is. But
Yeah, I don't have
that's
any hard
my
goods listed yet.
consistency.
You're gonna be, Mia?
Yeah, because now I'm getting into all that other stuff now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's everything. There's lamps, there's shades, there's
Yeah.
the photo albums, brand new. There's baseball stuff.
It definitely takes experience with packing those things before you can be really confident.
Don't start with
I
lamp.
overwrap.
Don't start with a lamp.
No. I did ship a doll. I sold it for $800, and I got it for
Yeah.
so it was a composite 18-inch composite Shirley Temple doll, but she was dressed with black hair as Snow White.
Nice.
And so from 1936 or something like that, and it was on for like 3 years. And I put it down from I think it was like $750 because it was $800 and then it went down. But yeah, it was at least $700 I got for it, something like that. And I wrapped her like a mummy, like in between her legs, in between her arms, like every like.
Yeah. Yeah.
The doll couldn't breathe.
Huh?
The poor doll couldn't breathe.
Nope.
I get it.
Nope.
I get it. It's terrifying. But as you go along, it gets better. I actually have some shipping videos that I haven't posted that were shipping how to ship a lamp. Ooh. And how to create the box around the lamp and everything else. I think I have 3 of these videos and I still haven't posted them, but I ended them with stepping back and knocking the box off of the table onto the concrete floor just for emphasis. And then I go real close to the camera and I'm like, if you're not comfortable doing that, it's not ready to ship.
I agree.
But it takes, I mean, you just got to keep trying different things and everything else. But I've shipped some crazy big fragile stuff out of here. Nothing broke.
Yeah, I videotaped myself doing it just so they could, God forbid, something happen to it.
Yeah.
I videotaped the whole procedure all the way till the box was closed.
That's how those shipping videos were born, because I was shipping high-end lamps that I had sold through a Facebook group. Yeah. And I was like, they're going to see if something happens to this thing. It was definitely the delivery person.
Right. Cover your assets.
Yes. Assets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whew. I hardly sold any of those plates, Lulu. I still can't believe how many there were.
Oh, when you went to the crawl space upstairs? Oh,
yeah. So Lulu says she's OCD. She would number the tote, make an Excel spreadsheet with a picture of each item, a column with a list date, a sold to, and a ship date. Then I would print it in case the computer crapped out. So let me go back to this screen where you can see that I've got a picture, the name of it, when it was listed, the price, where it's located. And then when I sort by alphabetically here, I just do a screenshot into Paint and I print it. So I'm doing exactly that. And the printouts are in these little, these sleeves, the plastic sleeves, and they're on the lid of the tote.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
And
Can
my
you-
reasoning for being that anal about it is because people shop the barn. And I didn't want the listed stuff to be outside the realm of them purchasing. So I was like, I've got 250 things listed in my eBay store that is in these totes on the bottom. So if you just pull the tote out while they're shopping, I'm like, there's pictures, there's little pictures on there. I'd be happy to unwrap something so you can look at it.
Can you send me a template of that? Of
Mhm.
that
The thing I just did,
yeah.
that's my eBay store. I didn't make that.
Oh, so that's in your eBay store. Okay.
Yeah, this is just
Okay, so I'm like, I thought it was because
Nope.
you always do your.
I don't know. I'm just under manage active listings.
Oh, okay. I can do
And
that with my own
you
stuff. Yeah.
can go to customize table right here and you add whatever columns you want. And then the SKU is where I sort it A to Z. And that's how I know exactly what inventory is in what bin because I
Sweet.
consistently use the exact same name. Ooh, that's got 35 views. Maybe it'll sell.
What is it?
It's one of those Halloween things.
Vintage Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, that other one sold for $1,200.
Which one?
Hold on. I didn't tell you about that?
I would have remembered $1,200.
Hold on. Let me go to orders, paid and shipped. There it is. Oh, this one.
Is that a shaker?
This one.
It's a
$1,113.88.
Ooh,
holy moly.
Yep,
nice.
that was a good sale.
Can you open that picture?
Which-
Was that a
A noisemaker. It was a symbol. One symbol, not the pair. One symbol.
okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So this one sold for $50.
I have a few of those, I know.
These two sold for $110.
Can't really see what that is.
This one,
Are those
Yeah.
as auctions or as buy it now?
the only one that was an auction was the symbol.
Hmm.
Okay. Can I see the symbol? It's just
I did a lot of research on this.
and it's just the one.
It's just the one symbol. So when I did the research on it, I found this guy's website. His name is Mark Ledenbach, and he wrote the only book on Halloween vintage collectibles. He's like the guy. And I found out that those symbols were in his book. So I put his name in my auction and I put the page number on the book and his review and rarity one. I don't know what just happened to my monitor. Uh-oh. I think my monitor just died.
It's yelling at you.
It is. It like went chew and died.
Oh no.
Hold on. I cannot see you. Oh no, it's because I keep pushing it up and down.
Oh, well,
Um,
congratulations. That's a fabulous,
Yeah.
fabulous sale.
yeah, and I bought his book because I mean, when I pulled that thing out of the bag, I figured I was going to list it for like, I don't know, $20, $30. And then after I did the research and found out that the last one that was sold, I found on WorthPoint, and it was the pair of them, and they went for $2,000.
Holy moly.
So I knew that it was going to go crazy. So my starting bid was, I think I did $450 as the starting bid, which if I hadn't have done that extra hour of research, I would have never known that. And I reached out to him, and he was like, I just saw your auction. And I said, I put your name in it, and I added, how you can save a search and eBay
Yes.
will notify you if a listing comes up with that name.
Uh-huh.
I have his name as a notification, and every time it comes up, you look at those particular listings, and they all have like hundreds of views.
Really?
So his name in the listing, I think, is what got that much attention.
What's
Yeah,
the name?
good one.
Yep. So I asked him, I saw his book. He was selling his book, $195 from him, and then on Amazon, some of them were even higher depending on the edition. And he said that he wasn't going to be reprinting the book again. There wasn't going to be a fourth edition. The third edition was the last one.
Holy cow.
So I told him, I reached out to him and I said, well, now as soon as I got the first bid, I was like, okay, I made $450 because of you. I'm totally buying your book. Would you sign it? Everything else. And he signed it, and I paid for the book. He actually gave me $25 off. So I got it for $175. But
What's the guy's name?
Mark Leiden. Hold on. Let me find his
Mark
Leidenbach. Ledenbach. His website is halloweencollector.com.
Halloween.
Here's his website, his blog, and he's active.
Okay.
He's still
Thank
active.
you.
He's still watching. Like, he helped me price out my die cuts.
Yes.
From the information on his blog, along with some postcards. I learned so much. And then when I got his book, I sat there and I just went through page by page by page. And I was like, I have this. And he put right in his book, how the rarity. He gave him rarity scores.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
I've sold a few in the beginning, which, I mean, I was like, oh, a noisemaker, $50. I was happy with that.
It depends on the graphics that were on it. Some of
yeah,
them were
mine was a cat. Mine was that cat was like,
yeah. It depends. I mean, I
have more.
From it.
I have die cuts, a lot of die cuts.
I do too.
Yeah. So you didn't get rid of them yet, or did you list them?
A lot of it is listed. The only thing, I have some die cuts in here that I only pulled out because I had gotten his book and I started looking through, because you remember how much Halloween crap I had, and I was just bringing it to live sales. I mean, I was ignorant of, I still wasn't selling on eBay at that point. So I didn't really understand what a collector's price could potentially get to.
Right.
I mean, eBay still, they nail you with fees so freaking bad, but still you can't beat the audience that you get.
I agree.
So I wanted to double check the stuff that I have. I mean, I have no regrets, Mia, for the stuff that I've let go in live sales, just completely ignorant of what I could actually get.
Yeah, I made peace with all that stuff too.
Say that again, Trisha.
You had such a huge volume, you had to thin it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not. You can't wait for top dollar on everything.
Yeah, you can't.
And then some of the
I
stuff
agree.
that really surprised me in live sales and went for way more than I thought they would, those made up for, the stuff that I practically gave away.
I agree with you. I made peace with myself too. You
Yeah.
beat yourself up when you're like, are you kidding me? And then you got to make peace with it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel
You
anyway.
remember that horse oil painting that was in the stairwell that we had so many conversations about? And
Yep.
I was on Dr. Lori with it and everything else. We've got it, and we had it in the step down room. We didn't even put it in the barn because we knew that it was super valuable and everything else. And 2 weeks before Christmas, I went to put the Christmas bins in that room, and I knocked it over and I broke the frame.
But the picture's still intact?
The picture's still intact, but I mean, it's just,
It is what it
even
is.
in that moment, if that had happened like 4 years ago, I would have been like, oh my God, what have I done? And it knocked over and I broke the frame and I went, guess that wasn't meant to be. I've got a completely different attitude about stuff now.
I agree with you. I most certainly do as well. And that's why I know when I start really hitting my mom's storage, my first storage with my mom's stuff.
Yeah.
I know I have a whole different mindset and a whole new set of eyes compared to when it all got packed and entombed. Entombed.
Yeah.
So.
But you just have to ask yourself, I mean, there were some times that I put some really obnoxious stuff in a live sale because I just didn't know any better. Like I've learned now, resin figurines and stuff like that. I mean,
who knew what flocked was? I didn't know what flocked was.
Right, but I'm talking about
like anything, like
the mass produced and the stuff that is not rare or unique in any way whatsoever. You'll get to the point where you just recognize, I don't need to waste my time with this $5 item.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing, and throwing them in a box. Yep. And I put them outside for free.
Yeah.
It goes boom.
Yeah. Gone. I'm just the volume. I need the volume handled. I want 3/4 of this barn used for something else.
Yeah. I want to have the other room with a spare bedroom. I want to be able to do my sewing.
Yeah, I can't wait to get down to my sewing room. That's why I said I'm not a lifer like you guys.
Well, I'm going to sell until it's gone, if it ever gets gone.
But if you have the volume that I think you have, you're a lifer.
Yeah, it's going to take a while, but I'm taking the steps to,
Oh my God, Amy, so many times. And it was you that finally got it through my head, because I would show something and Amy would just, this gentle little comment, something mass produced. And it was like the knowledge bomb was right there, but it took forever for it to click for me.
Also, we're programmed not to, everything is priceless, because our mothers wouldn't let us touch anything. It was so important to them. Everything was so important.
And, the couple of times that I've gone with friends and even with Dean down to the Goodwill bins, and we've gotten, a cart full of crap for like $10. And then we would get back here and we would look at the bag and we would go through, and we'd find like one thing that was actually, really great that we grabbed. And it was so exciting to just take the whole freaking bag and put it in the garbage can. I mean, it was, we had fun.
You wouldn't redonate it?
Well, I mean, in the donate bin or the garbage can or whatever. I mean, yeah,
have it
sometimes I'm
gone.
filling the landfill. I'll own it. I'll totally own it. Yeah. Now I'm at that point now, Kathy, but back then I was like, everything was like, you know, I wouldn't even know that it was a dollar store resin animal. And I'd be like, look at the beautiful carving, and there's a sticker. And I mean, I was just trying to mimic, you know, the knowledgeable folks and everything else. Now I'm just like, I
Take
see
it till
it.
you make it, honey.
I get Amy in my brain. Freaking mass produced. Throw the shit out.
It's awesome.
Kathy's trying to sell me a Gone with the Wind plate. I'm gonna pass. So why is your closet under the stairs oh, Harry, I just answered my own question. That's why
What?
it's called the Harry Potter closet under the stairs. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
A Harry Potter closet?
Yeah, she said her listed inventory is in the closet under the stairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a closet, and when you walk in, I have a 5 one of those aluminum 5 racks. So I can still go on top of that because it's triangle shaped.
Yeah.
Right.
And when you go in on this side, I have a two shelf, and on the other side, the person I bought the condo from actually built in 3 shelves.
Ooh.
So I have that. But then I got a knickknack shelf very, very early on in my estate sale buying. And I went, you know what? I'm going to put that on the top shelf here, and I'm going to use that for the smalls. So I mean, I've used like all the vertical space, and then in the back I have some tubs, and that's where I keep like my extra supplies of poly mailers and zip bags.
That sounds exactly like how I organized my closet in my sewing room.
There's a little hole to the very back, but you got to duck.
Yeah.
Stairs.
Yeah. I was actually looking on every time I've gone to arrange any kind of storage area, I'm like looking at Pinterest for days, looking at Google Images and going, okay, this is what I got. What's the best way to use this that's not going to look like cluttered and crammed and everything else?
Right. Oh.
Yeah, I don't regret it, Amy. And it's my mentality now. Yeah. And I needed that cash coming in so bad because I had utilities at 3 houses that I had to pay for, and taxes at 3 houses that I had to pay for. And then I had taken out the home equity loan on my other house. And then I don't know what the hell happened in that 4 years, but holy crap, that payment went from like $175 a month to higher than my mortgage. I mean, I was hurting. Yeah, because the interest rate, the prime rate went like insane. So all of a sudden, that home equity loan that was just supposed to temporarily pay for part of this property, it was killing me. There was just so much money going out. So yeah, I'm not being crushed now. Now I don't have any debts. I have utilities for one house. I have taxes for one house.
Well, I did the apartment in here for a while, for like 3 months, going back and forth, and I couldn't shut off the utilities there.
Yep.
And the rent, and then the mortgage, and then utilities there, utilities here. I gotcha. I feel you.
Yeah, but it was the only way to do it. And the utilities and the taxes at my mom's house were still cheaper than a storage unit. I mean, the amount of money that I had to pay to have internet there, gas, and electric, plus the the taxes were so cheap because it was such a crap section of the city. I couldn't get a storage unit for that amount. So it's been a fascinating journey.
It has been. I agree.
And I can't tell you how many people I've seen in similar situations that I've ended up, for whatever reason, crossing paths with them, even personally, and just sharing part of my story has changed the way that they're dealing with things, and they're not as overwhelmed anymore. And
Well, you've definitely helped me. I don't know what I would have done without you. Seriously.
you had
Don't
no,
let it go to your head.
you had no choice.
I had no choice.
You had no choice. I was like, her right there. Her and I are going to be friends. That's it.
Find the biggest kid on the playground and just be friends with them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What is all this junk? Oh.
And I'm going to be able to get rid of a lot of stuff at the flea market.
Yeah, I've been looking into that in this area as well.
Yeah.
So
It's literally every time we set up, we only set up 3 times, but I mean, that trailer was full, and it was practically empty. It was practically hopping down the street on the way home. It was so empty, and that was awesome.
that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you that I'm so glad that you started, because the first one I did was last May, and I did like $800.
Yeah, you did great. And that was just a little like card table, right?
That was no, it was a 10 by 10 spot.
Oh, nice.
And I have I got some tables, 2 8-foot and 1 6-foot, so it makes a U.
Yep.
And yeah, it was great. And then I signed up for one at the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year from this one. It was the Hanson Historical Society. They were, the only thing you had to do is, well, you paid for the spot. It was like $40. And then you had to donate something so the Historical Society could make some money. And I donated a necklace with matching earrings. They were like little bows. They were really
stuff away.
Really, really pretty. They made the most money on it. So they're so, I was happy about that.
Yeah.
But the second one I did, it was really yucky weather, and it wasn't the Saturday. They had
ended up buying like a $350 tent that has walls and windows. I mean, it's basically for like a reception tent.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's so easy to pop up by itself, and we didn't even use it last season. We've got it for next season. The only time we've used it was for 4th of July picnic at my son's house.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we have one that it's older, but it did the trick for the last couple of ones, but I'll get a better one for next year. There's a few places around here, so I'm just trying to touch base or make contacts, and definitely want to do that more often, because you can get rid of so much stuff.
Yeah.
So much.
So you guys know that Steph is live with a sale, right? I don't want to take away from anybody. Okay. Ready, Mia?
Yes, ma'am.
Proud grandma moment.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, K, L, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now I know it.
Now I know my ABCs.
That's awesome.
Crazy. He's 2.
And he did it.
He is
Yeah, Donnie.
so freaking smart.
Donnie Joe is like that. They're just little sponges.
Oh my God, so smart.
Donnie was reading by the time he was 4. He was reading.
He's
was-
he's I don't know if he's reading or if he's just memorizing the pages.
That's what he did first.
When I'm sitting reading books with him, because every time, as soon as I get there, he's in my lap and he hands me a book. And we're sitting there and we're reading a book and he's starting to say things before I even turn the page. I'm like, how do you know that hay is on the next page?
No, that's what my son did. He memorized it first, but then once he made the connection with the letters, it was like that aha moment. It finally clicked, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Buy him little and the best thing,
I bought him a huge pile of books for Christmas, and they were all those ones that are like the pages are cardboard, so they don't tear the paper pages.
Yeah.
And he just sucks it all in, just animals, letters, birds, and all this stuff.
Oh, I miss that age though. I miss it.
Yep. And then his second child will be here in April.
Oh, my son's April 20th.
Yeah.
He's a Taurus. He's a Taurus. Well, congratulations. What are you, Nana, Grammy, Grandma? What are you? Grandma.
Yep.
Oh, where my son is now, he's in Maryland, right? He's got like 6 or 8 inches of snow. They can't handle that.
Yeah.
In that area.
Yeah, I don't want to do an indoor place, Amy. This particular flea market, there's just so many people that just, it's fast.
How much do you have to pay for your spot?
Like $25 or something.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like super cheap.
Way cheaper than an antique mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some of the antique malls, there's so much crap there, it's overwhelming. It's like walking into a hoarded house that's somewhat organized. At least for me.
Yeah.
That's the way it is for me. The place that my mom used to set up at, I've gone down there a couple of times. And I mean, it was too much. I had to leave.
I agree, Jan. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll do an outdoor flea market anytime compared to an indoor flea market. It's just too much.
Yeah, I am gonna. Well, I'm renting that one little spot, so we'll see how that goes. I'm trying to feel out all my options. I'm definitely going to be doing though outside in the summer.
Well, don't pay attention to how they make me feel because I'm not your buyer. You know what I mean? Collectors that are out looking for their stuff, they'll dig anywhere.
Right.
But then when you get to those booths where there isn't a single amount of space for even your thoughts to exist in that booth, can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's too much like my mom's house was. Can't do it.
There's a place up the way here that's like that. They've got stuff hanging from the ceilings. I'm like, I feel like I'm at my mother's house.
Oh yeah. And then you've got like, a table here and a table here and then they've got a table on a crate and it just like goes all the way up the wall and you can't even see the stuff on the top shelf. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yep. I'm like, I'll wait in the car for you.
I've been in booths and you can't even get to, they've got so much stuff. It's like, you've got this whole area back here. I can't even get to it because you've got stuff in front of it.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Well, I think some of the booths are cheaper than a storage unit. And they're using the booths for storage. I know Pat told us straight out that her booth, that's where she stored a lot of her inventory because it was cheaper than a storage unit. But now
Wow.
she doesn't have the booth at all anymore. She's like donated like half of her stuff. She's like, I'm over it. I don't want to sell this anymore. I don't want to sell glass anymore. I love her.
I miss Miss Pat. I haven't seen her in forever.
She was with us last week.
Yeah. All right. Another box emptied.
Good girl. Yeah, you would think that, Lulu, but I don't know. It depends on
Pat has an attic now.
it depends on the I mean, if you're a reseller and you're looking for inventory to sell, then yeah, you want to go to the same place and have the stock be rotated all the time. Like Goodwill. Goodwill is ending their sticker things. Where like a certain color is half off or whatever. They're not doing it anymore. Saw something popped up.
I know you guys can't see, but I made a dent.
Choosing them at the cradle, isn't it, Jan? Your new young lover is marvelous. Aw, yeah, that's Kaysen. The one that's on the way is Parker. He's going to be named Parker.
Nice.
Vendors upload their booths are probably paying rental and commission. Yeah, I know my mom didn't make booth rent forever, for a long time. That's how half of those pallets ended up in the yard. Because when the owner passed away and the son took over, he was like, you haven't made booth rent in like 2 years. Literally anything that sold went straight to the antique place. I gotta go refill my coffee cup and grab a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Thank goodness for stuff on wheels. Get through here. Perfect. Start to breathe in here. This. And I'm just looking for those. Perfect.
Well, hey everybody, where'd they go?
I'm right here.
Okay. Run downstairs.
I'm just out of vision.
So on Saturday, I had the Afghan sale, and everything's bagged up, which is what all of this is, bagged up Afghans. But I didn't have any room up here to put them. So I have them downstairs. So I have to go up and down, bring up people's Afghans. It's good exercise.
I don't know if I can use it. I can use exercise. It's too much.
The nice thing with Afghans is they're squishy for shipping. So you can fit them in boxes because they're squishy. I like that. Oh.
So, like the crocheted kind?
Yeah. Although Jan was there and she was helping. She's like, that one's knitted. Crocheted. She knows the difference.
Yeah, I don't. I have quite a few. Do they sell well?
Yes. Yeah, because people are always looking for different sizes, different colors, all that good kind of stuff.
Did you make any of them? No. Yeah, I have uncovered quite a few of them. So that's why I was inquiring. I'm tired. But I gotta keep going. Okay. Oh.
watched a video on YouTube of a woman who an Afghan that had a thick border design, like, 3 or 4 different colors
Uh-huh.
around the border, and then it had a big center panel that was a beautiful floral design, like a crochet Afghan.
Uh-huh.
And then she started cutting it, and I went, "Oh, what's she doing?"
Right.
Oh. But then she started sewing the pieces together, and she made a jacket out of it that was fabulous. She had the stripes running down the sleeves, and the front was also stripes, and it had a collar. And then the back was the center floral panel design, was the whole
Wow.
back of the jacket. Like, that thing was fabulous.
Wow.
I never would have thought of doing something like that with an Afghan. And at first I was like horrified.
What are you doing? Stop cutting.
Like, what are you doing? But it turned out so good. It's like,
Nice.
wow. That was fun to watch her do
That
that.
sounds really interesting.
But scary, but fun.
Yeah, I would have.
I'm still a very preserve the Afghan kind of person.
Yeah. I have just come across several, so I'm really excited to maybe start listing those myself. Maybe. The purple one can't go anywhere because it's purple.
Ah.
Purple. Tony Osmond ruined me for life. I'm a purple girl. But the purple one was on my bed when I was a kid, so I have to say. It'd be hard to get rid of that one. Won't fit back in there. So many totes.
Amy, you're a purple person also.
Who is?
Amy.
I'm a purple people eater. Yeah, it's my favorite color. It always has been. So yeah, my mom made me one that was purple. It was like a lilac, and lilacs are my favorite flower. The scent is amazing. I can't do lavender. It kind of makes me gag. It's supposed to calm you, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it for me. Lavender makes me that, and musk makes me gag.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can't do the musk.
Good.
But yeah, so it's a lilac, and then white, and then the yarn was like dark, light purple and white, so it was like a pattern, and then it was a dark purple. It's really pretty. It's in the wash now. I just found it. I found a few other ones that I'm not so attached to, so that's why. I mean, I don't know. I never even thought about. I was like, should I donate them? What should I do? They're in good shape. I don't know. They're definitely from the 70s.
You talking about Afghans?
Yeah.
Trisha, I think she sold out. Didn't you sell out on that sale?
I did.
You sold everything.
Yep.
Wow.
That was an amazing pile. All that space. Ooh.
Did you ended up getting a lot of space back? Good for you.
Somebody had told me in the chat that it was space from your mom's house.
It was. She's been storing them at her house. So yeah.
So about how much does an Afghan go for?
Oh,
It depends. It depends on the size
She
and the
was going
color
so
and the
low.
design.
I was like, oh my
and-
God, all that work.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
What?
Stop that.
What?
You rubbing on your microphone.
I was adjusting my shirt.
And there's a big difference between selling on YouTube and selling on eBay too.
True story.
Mhm.
Yeah. I would agree.
Print.
You can't see the dent I made, actually.
I know.
Look at. You
I
can see
remember.
floor.
Floor. I love floor.
You can see floor.
Hold on, I gotta print some labels here.
Good for you.
Some people sent some money.
Okay. That's a big box.
The big box. Yep.
That's a big box. You look like you're having trouble there.
Trying to squish all the air out so I can get it closed.
What about zipper bags and then sucking all the air out of them? No? Then it'll be nice and flat. Space bags, that's what they're called. All right. Where am I going? That's for after.
Why do those say ready to ship when I've already dropped them off?
So here.
No. What are you doing? Input needed. Switch. Oh. How hard is that?
Oh, sorry. I thought I muted myself. Sorry about that, listening to the tape sounds.
I didn't. Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me either.
Means you're working. All right, so I only have one person left to pay.
Glass bottles. There. Signed baseballs.
Hey, Glenn, how are you? All right. Boxes.
Do skates sell good?
I don't know.
I've got hockey skates. I've got like 4 pairs of skates.
All goes back to whatever you want to deal with, honey.
Maybe this will be good on my in that place on the shelves. Yeah, I think I got like 4.
Those can go out tomorrow.
Ooh. This is my mom's stuff.
And do septic. What is that?
It's chalk, white, dustless chalkboard, one gross, made in USA.
Are you looking up this stuff as you're sorting it?
No, I just pulled it out of a box.
Oh,
Look at it.
I'd be doing Google Lens immediately so that I knew what I could throw out.
That's a good idea. It's in this box. This one's another chalk. But my mom did the she had the library and all that stuff when I was a kid, so I'm assuming that's all yellow chalk. They don't even have chalkboards anymore.
Yeah, they do.
They don't use chalkboards at schools anymore.
No, but people are like buying chalkboard wallpaper and
They buy the
And the paint.
big closet that I had in here had that paint all in it. I'm like, what did they lock their kids in the closet? Because all the inside of the closet was all that paint. I'm like, why would they lock their kid in the closet? I don't want to know.
Place to doodle.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't they do it in the room? I don't know. The things that make you go, about $20, give or take. I have to look up what's sold.
And remember, not everything is, even if you can't use it, people still want it.
Yeah. The aesthetics.
What's the name on it?
And do septic.
And do septic chalk. Two boxes, white dustless chalk. $20. And that's for a current one. 12 boxes of the Crayola stuff went for $150. That's just eBay. Oh, there's one of your boxes. $70.
Sold?
Yep.
Nice.
And do septic dustless chalk master box with 9 sub boxes. And this is just eBay. And one that looks just like what you showed, $50. Hold on. Just like that. See it? $53. I don't think you lost your sound. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
I don't know. I must have shut off my mic.
Now you're back.
It's just a slightly different.
347 sellers. Active is only 84. That's a pretty good sell-through rate.
Yeah. It's just signing in.
Got to add extra keywords like, teacher. You see Amy's comment about your skates?
No.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, vintage antiseptic colored partial cotton, $26.99. Nice. About the skates. Okay. Yeah, I've got 2 pair of hockey, and they're for kids. They're the kid ones. So
Hi, Lysolot. Thanks for hanging with us.
hi, sweetie.
I just shoved down a sandwich. I was never a fan of peanut butter and jelly until I found blueberry jelly.
Blueberry jelly is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Sold. A lot of the same ones for the antiseptic, like the smaller ones.
Just to pick a price in between, take a picture of it, list it. Moving on. Trust me, I wish I had a little thing on my shoulder telling me. Moving on. Your image didn't match any results. That is not helpful. Now, see, that says etched glass, and it's not etched, it's cut. Can't find anything like this face. Slovakian glass? I don't think that's Slovakian glass. Let's try again. It's not check. I see you, Lulu. Bring you over here. Where's that cord going? is what I'm trying to find. It's cut, it's not etched.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a price for it. She screenshotted it. It's definitely a vase. That much I know.
Good job.
I'm finding Royal Albert Old Country Roses purple. Vintage etched 8-inch glass vase. I'm just gonna list it for 30 and see what happens. Single listing. It's kind of got, it's not all purple, but it's like got hues. Purple hue. That looks like a good place to put it.
Hue is a good word.
Yeah, I like that word.
Mm-hmm. Oh, try boho.
Really? Boho.
Might be.
Ooh. Those are fancy.
It's hard to tell. Amy's right. Could be. Might not be, but
I don't think it's check. Try boho. It looks 70s.
mm-hmm.
I see. Ooh, there's one. Lennox.
Lennox?
Possibly. No. That's got a totally different. Lennox has the really thick glass in the bottom. This does not.
Mm.
Wow, these are really pricey. What you got there? Oh, I have to pick the links out of YouTube. I wish StreamYard would fix that.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Holy crap. Those are some pricey vases. Oh my God. Wish I had some of these. That's beautiful. Looks like these are Art Nouveau floor vase, 1905. Current bid $15,000. Yes, please. Oh, I would like that very much. Let's see. Vintage. Cut vase purple hue.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. Sounds like you're shuffling cards in front of the microphone.
Right now?
Just now, not anymore.
Well, I was just putting one on because this one is dying. I have to figure out a new system of audio. No, I was saying share with the class. I want to see what a $15,000 vase, floor vase looks like.
Oh, click on that link that Lulu just sent.
Okay.
Yeah, click on it through YouTube.
Okay.
Those are some epic artsy fartsy.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, Batman.
Yeah. Purple glass theme. It's not etched, it's cut, but whatever. Vintage glassware. Brand unmarked. Production technique hand blown glass. Cut glass. Floral origin. No idea.
One of the things I wish eBay would do when they give you these choices is explain what their definition is of some
Yeah.
of the things. Like sometimes it'll ask you, like, is a bowl, like, is it small, medium, or large? Well, I
Yeah.
don't know, eBay. What do you consider small, medium, or large? So I can
Yeah.
correctly answer the question to fit the parameters of what
Mhm.
you're looking for, because you're the one that decided to put this question in here.
Yep. But always look at the number of searches next to the question. If it's low, skip it.
Well, but there's times when I would like to know what the rationale at eBay is
Yeah.
for putting that in there in the first place.
I think when they get with the times and they incorporate more AI, I think things will be more intuitive.
No.
Let's see. How tall is that? I almost donated one of my merch rulers today.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped at Goodwill with 2 totes, and I told the guy at the door, I said, I need the totes back. And when he handed me the tote back, one of my rulers was wedged in the bottom of the tote. And I was like, how did that happen? 7.5 inches. Is 7.5 inches considered a bud vase?
I don't know.
What makes a bud vase?
I usually figure the width of the opening as to whether or not it's a bud vase.
Oh,
Like if you could just fit a bud, like a stem in there, I usually consider that a bud vase.
the bud vase AI overview. This is Google now.
All right, Google.
A bud vase is a small, narrow vase designed to hold a single flower stem or very small bouquet, typically meant to highlight the beauty of a single bloom by showcasing it in a minimalist way. It's essentially a miniature vase for displaying individual flowers prominently. Small size, usually ranging from 4 to 8 inches tall. Narrow design, designed to hold only one or a few flower stems.
What
Wow.
does my answer count?
It says generative AI is experimental. Well, your generative AI is answering a whole lot better than you usually do. I'm gonna copy and paste that right in my thing with the stuff.
Hi, PC.
Hi, PC. Paste as plain text. Miss Pat was having a blast clicking that AI button. I haven't clicked it yet.
Do.
I'm gonna do it.
It's fabulous.
I want to see what it does.
Do it.
Use AI description. This vintage glass vase features an etched floral pattern in a purple hue. Standing at 7.5 inches tall, it is a hand-blown piece from the 1970s. The vase is unmarked and showcases a cut glass production style, adding a touch of elegance to any space. Fan-freaking-tastic.
Worth clicking.
Lovely.
Totally worth clicking. Buy it now. Go high or go home. Oh, PC's going to sleep listening to us. We should sing her a lullaby.
You gonna sing?
I can't, and my brain is, I can't come up, I can't think of a
I
lullaby.
apologize, PC, that you're listening to us going to sleep.
Dan can't fall asleep without the TV.
I can't now either. I never used to. I was like, silence,
I need
ripped
dead
off.
silence and my fan.
And now it's like, now I need the TV on.
Yeah, he does too. The internet was out the other night. It went out during your Afghanapalooza sale.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Otherwise, I would have been there right to the very end. But all of a sudden, the internet went out, and I looked on the website on my phone, and it said that it was scheduled maintenance. And I was like, well, you're shit out of luck, babe. I said, you have to play something on your phone. He said that his phone kept him up all night.
Oh no.
Oh, that sucks.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
I
I
hate
hate to
to
leave you.
but I really must stay.
Oh, good night,
Good
sweetheart.
PC, good night.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, that's a good idea, Lulu. Maybe it'll all go in there subliminally.
I'm like drowning in paperwork here.
Yeah, I can hear the overwhelm. Been there.
At least I got a lot of the boxes sorted of like
Good
the shipping stuff and selling stuff, and I even moved some boxes over here that I'm going to be tagging for the shelf that I'm renting at the co-op or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've some stuff from Monday.
Good girl. Focus on what you accomplished.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, can you hear that?
Yes.
Sorry.
Been there forever.
So much stuff, so little time. There's never enough time. There's never enough time to do everything. There's not enough time in the day.
Nope.
No, but you start with a box, you open it up, you take something out, and you've accomplished something right there.
Yeehaw.
I get like 4 or 5 boxes that I've put away, and then so I'm
shit.
not doing too shabby.
I'm taking pictures of it, and I should probably wash it.
Well,
Moving, I hate
optional.
moving is not fun at all.
Oh, I got another word I can add. It's flashed. No, it's not. That's a ding.
How is Sue Spezio?
How did they get those colors in there?
She's okay.
Okay.
She's home
Okay.
from rehab.
What happened?
She
She had a surgery, right?
fell and broke her hip back
Oh,
in
God.
like March. But they didn't know it
Yeah.
until several months later.
Yeah.
Then she went to the hospital because she had blood clot.
Oof.
So
didn't know
blood
about that.
thinners to get the blood clot. They wanted her to try to walk, even though she has a broken hip. They wanted to try to condition her for walking for hip replacement surgery, which will be coming.
Oh, wow.
I've had 2, so.
Yep. But she got an infection.
Oof.
The doctor has redone her medication so that the antibiotics will be the most effective in her body. So
Wonderful.
they had to adjust her medications. And she's just not feeling 100%. She's feeling a little off, feeling a little wonky.
Yep.
Because of the medication, because of the infection. She's doing all right. But she's not feeling like Sue Spezio right now, unfortunately.
Well, I'll keep her in my prayers. I always have prayer candles going. So
down the road, when when the infection clears up and then they're able to kind of reassess her situation, I'm sure, look, see how the blood clots and everything are doing, and readjust her medication, and then hopefully try to get her back into physical therapy to prepare her for
The hip replacement.
the hip replacement. Yes.
Well, tell her I was asking for her, and I
It's-
send my love and prayers.
Long journey that she's on right now, and
Very
you gotta
long
kind
road.
of do one part before you can go on to the next part. But she's working on it. She's working on it.
Well-
It's hard. It's not where she wants to be right now. In with everything that's going on. So
it's horrible. People don't understand when you have a long recovery and you're sick for a long period of time. It's hard fighting with depression and anxiety and all that stuff. And
When you
so, yeah.
can't do the stuff that you could do before, it
Yeah.
is.
And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I waited too long.
dying to get back to crafting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I definitely waited too long for my first hip replacement, and I was only 43 when I had my first hip replacement. They said, "You're here for drugs." I'm like, "No, I'm here because I'm in pain." I literally had bone on bone at 43. I hadn't been diagnosed with psoriatic arthritis yet. So, but I've had both replaced, and they wanted to do them at the same time. My kids were little. I couldn't do it. But I'll tell you, I did wait too long for the first one, and the relief that I felt was amazing.
Yeah.
Like literally right after surgery, when I woke up, they get you up
Immediately.
And I had worse pain in my back and my neck because they were so used to being all wonky. And now that they were in the right place. So yeah, it's a long recovery.
Yeah.
And
So I'm excited for her to get to that point. I said, you probably will not realize how amazing you'll feel getting that first
absolutely
one. Now they will also want to do her other hip, do a hip replacement on that. And yeah, so I'm very excited for her to get to that point. But
it's worth it. Tell her it's absolutely worth it. And she'll get there.
Gotta do the physical therapy.
You have, yes. I have a friend, well, my husband's friend had 2 hip replacements and did not do what he was supposed to do. And they never healed right because he didn't do what he was supposed to do during the healing process, all the physical therapy. You have to do it. Jan's absolutely right. Definitely. I'll keep her in my prayers.
Yeah. And yeah, food, she's really not been eating a lot just for not feeling great. So I think she's trying to go back to like the protein shakes that she was on that made her feel good, feel hydrated. That's what I think the biggest battle for her was the hydration part. Now I haven't had a chance to talk with her again, but I hope that she's getting there. So it's been a little bit. It's hard. I hate to say it, it's hard with everything that's going on here. Trying to get ready for this remodel and everything, and keep up with the sales and stuff. Sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day.
I just said that a little while ago. There's just never enough time in the day.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the update. I appreciate it. She's a special person.
She is.
She deserves to be out of pain, and well, we all deserve to be out of pain, but she's.
Oh, exactly. Exactly.
Whew.
$74. I wish there was a way to look. Oh, I guess I could just type it in. Sometimes it's just really hard to find sold comps on stuff that, is unbranded. If you could do it, Google Lens sold. $9,856 active listings.
Wow.
Not helpful.
That might take a bit to wear that down.
5,478 sold. This would take forever to go through these.
Are those all with a purple hue?
Oh, I'm on to something else now.
Oh, okay.
That one's all done.
You didn't ring the bell.
But I got to do pictures because it needs to be washed.
How are we supposed to know you didn't ring the bell?
I know. It's partially done.
Okay.
Now I'm looking for this.
Ooh, Sputnik.
Sputnik.
So what's Sputnik?
What's Sputnik? It's a very, very early Russian satellite.
Oh,
Like the first, I think the first satellite.
I was almost gonna type that in the search.
Yeah, I would put that in. Absolutely. She's right on the money. Because they make a lot of jewelry that is Sputnik.
Yeah, very atomic.
Yep, atomic.
Atomic.
Sputnik. Another one.
I don't think I'm typing the word right. How do you spell it?
SPUT.
Mm-hmm.
NI. Or is it Y? Sputnik. I don't know.
I'm a terrible speller.
Somebody put that in the chat. You guys are smart.
Where's Lulu when we need her?
Just a K.
Lulu, how do you spell
a K? Okay.
Sputnik. Oh, there it is. Kathy Wiseman's got it.
Sputnik.
Interesting. I would have never known to
see. This is
look for that word.
Yeah, some of that jewelry is unbelievable.
That piece you have is really cool.
Yeah, it's really pretty, but it's missing a couple of. It's missing
a couple of sputs. I don't know what they call them.
Spokes.
It's missing one small pink rhinestone.
That's not a deal breaker for a lot of people.
Yeah.
On a really, really cool, unique piece that's very one of a kind, one missing one isn't enough to deter people.
A whole lot of them. It's pretty.
That looks like a very unique kind of one of a kind piece.
Yeah, I found one just like it.
Okay, I take that back then.
I found two just like it. One is listed for $74 and one is listed for $46. And all of the little rhinestones are glued, so that tells me that it is costume, but Sputnik. PC, you're supposed to be sleeping, not spelling stuff. We're going to have to sing to her again. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, PC. Good night.
Good night, sweetheart.
I'm
Good
imagining her like popping her head off the pillow when we needed to spell it.
Whew. All right.
Yeah, but I haven't found more than that. You know, sometimes when you Google Lens something, it'll give you one picture and then it'll say view similar items. And you push
Right.
them, there's like 50 of them below. That's exactly what happened.
There's that many of that piece?
No, I'm saying that happens when that happens. Like if I'm
Oh,
looking
right. If you're
at a
looking at
small
something
toy
else.
or something, it immediately goes over my shoulder into the donate bin. If there's that many Google Lens results, yeah, hard pass.
Oh my gosh.
Sputnik. I learned something.
I know, especially if you don't have like, they're all green and I have a red one, you know, it's like something like that. Then it's like, oh, okay, you've got a rare color for that item. Cool. But it's like, nope, there's 74 green.
Yeah. All currently listed.
Right.
I mean, I don't even go to Terapeak at that point. If I get that result in Google Lens, I'm over it.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna just.
Well, and I've been listing like some really obscure things, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go with that number. I don't know, but it's like I have a King Island, which is in Alaska, a wood carved good shaman mask.
Yep. That's a list it and totally forget it thing.
It's
Someday.
a hot item. It's hot.
Oh, is it?
People are looking at it. People are liking it. Yeah.
What is it? Say that again.
It is a King Island good shaman mask.
Ooh.
But for my purposes, what's really good about it is the artist signed the back of it and wrote what it was. So that's really cool.
That's very helpful.
Yeah.
I love that.
And he's part of a family of very well-known Alaskan artists. Like the whole, like if you, his last name, it's like, you know, there's Carl and John and George and, you know, it's like all these people, everybody in the family was an artist. So it's kind of cool. But I just went, you know what? That's the number I'm picking. That's what we're going with.
Those are interesting. I just Googled that, and there's all these masks. Those are beautiful. Interesting.
I have a small one.
This one went for $40. I'm gonna sell one like that.
But you know what? You just never know what people are looking for.
I have African masks, like 3 boxes of. They're all like packed nicely, but
Dinner time?
I'll get those looked at.
All right, Joe. I'll be back. Joe says
More
it's
and more.
okay. Did I get this invoice done? Let me check. You make sure I hit send. All that good stuff. Yes. All right. Okay.
All right. How are we doing for time? Wow.
We're working.
Time flies when you're having fun. I
Mm.
got a lot done. Thanks, ladies, so much.
That's why we do this.
I puttered and I puttered, and it definitely is paying off.
Good. This is pretty big. It's like 2.5 inches.
Pat Doodles.
Vintage Starburst Sputnik brooch. Rhinestones pink. We'll see you next week, Miss Pat. Vintage jewelry brooches. Done. Brand. Estate? What? No. There's no brand. Brooch. Main stone color is pink. Rhinestone, metal. Main stone. I'm sure they're glass or crystal. What's the difference between crystal and glass? How do you tell the difference?
The sound. I know there's definitely a different sound.
Sound when you do what to it?
Ping it, or is it a cup or a glass? Or when you rub
It's
your
the
finger.
little, it's the little stones in the little stones.
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to tell the difference between that. Crystal is like a quartz. Is actual gem.
Mm.
Quartz.
Sure.
Whereas glass is just glass. The only way I would know how to do that would be with the Presidium to help me out, because I'm not a gemologist.
Yeah. Country of origin. No idea.
All right.
Cut grade, certification, diamond clarity grade. Good Lord. Starburst. Secondary store. Stone. Clear. Unknown. Number of diamonds. Number of gemstones. I'm not counting them all.
I've never had to do that before. All right.
All right. I'm doing it. I'm clicking the AI button.
Go for it.
This vintage brooch features a starburst design with pink rhinestones set in a silver tone and gold tone metal. The brooch has a retro and steampunk theme, making it a fashionable accessory for any occasion. It is made of multi-tone gold-plated metal with a round rhinestone at the center. The brooch measures 2.5 inches in size and adds a touch of beauty and art to any outfit. Friggin' perfect.
Wow.
Where'd my Sputnik go?
Uh-oh. We lost the Sputnik.
Sputnik is in the title. Why didn't the AI pick up on that?
I think it mostly reads your answers to the questions.
Looks
and doesn't always pick up stuff in the title.
Sputnik.
Yeah. But it still does a pretty good job with the little story that it creates,
Yeah, but I mean, do people really read that?
I don't know.
I doubt it.
But it's just one click, so it doesn't really take a whole lot of time.
Yeah. package weight. 6 ounces. Now is these, I can do these in bubble mailers, right?
If
What?
yeah, you can
Frozen?
send it however you want to.
Okay. So I'll do a 5x7 bubble mailer. It weighs less than an ounce. Yeah, all these little jewelry things in this basket I showed long time ago. I don't remember where I was selling or who I was selling with. My problem on Sunday was I got hungry. I forgot that I had a sandwich in here.
Yeah, it's hard to do a sale when you're hungry.
It's hard to do anything when you're hungry.
True.
Well, true.
I'm a hangry kind of a person.
Dean is.
Ask my husband. He's like, here you go, hurry, eat. And I'll talk to you after.
Now, see this one, for example, the very first thing comes up and it says, see exact matches. Now, there's only 3 that come up, but that makes me think, why even bother listing it? If it was that easy to find.
What is it?
Hold on. There's a little card behind it. Let's do Mia's trick. It's a little hangy down brooch
Oh, okay.
with a little clock.
Like something Monet would have made or something like that.
I don't know. This is where I just need to make the bags of jewelry. Oh, Ty! How are you? Hi, Denise.
Okay.
Crystal usually has lead in it, extra shiny. Yeah, I know how to tell with glasses. I'm talking about with stones. I have to get my Presidium tester out. I'm just going to make a little $5 jewelry basket and put it on this little shelf here. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it'll be in
What a
Sunday's sale for $5.
Heck of a deal. Worth the $5.
Right. And little $5 can add up, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
See the link below my ping comment. All right, hang on. I got a freaking StreamYard. I'm going to message them right now, damn it.
You do that.
I have all kinds of helpful people in my chat StreamYard that are dropping me links and I can't click them.
That's right.
Oh, what's her face is doing a sale. Damn, I can't remember her first name. The Withering Cottage.
Oh, Ariana.
Ariana. She's got
Yeah.
220 people in there.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
She gets a lot of people.
Lucky her. All right. Friends of glass. What is the difference between glass and crystal? Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, this stuff, I'm good with glasses and vases and stuff like that. It's the gemstone thing, but I guess that's why I spent the amount of money that I spent on the Presidium tester. Right, Mia?
That's right.
Right, Jan.
You know why? Because one day we're going to find a diamond and it's going to be, it was all worth it.
Oh, it already was.
So there you go.
I pulled something because I've always been under the impression that everything in my mom's stuff is costume jewelry.
And it wasn't.
And then I pulled this thing out. All diamonds and rubies.
There you go. Fantastic.
Had no idea. I feel like it was supposed to be mine
Definitely.
and it never got to me, which that
Yeah.
happened sometimes. She would buy things for me and then I would never get them.
And then she'd put it somewhere and it would never get to you.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because ruby is my birthstone.
Oh, yes.
Did you have that appraised yet?
No.
It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
I don't think I would go the length of having it appraised.
I mean, even just have it looked at.
I would just guess and sell it. I mean, I could put it in my jewelry box, but I'm never gonna wear it.
I mean, honey, that's probably thousands.
You think?
Yeah. If it's all real diamonds.
Yeah, but they're diamond chips. It's the rubies that are big. So like the rope piece is silver and it's full of chips.
Okay, I gotcha.
Those
And the rest of it's
are-
gold, or
um
is it vermeil? Gold vermeil?
it's gold vermeil,
Nice.
but it's got a
Probably-
really chunky clasp.
Nice.
It's got like a lock on this side and a lock on this side and a button you have to push. And good God, how would you ever get it on? Oh, there we go.
With two safety things. That's a good one. That's maybe around 100, maybe
Yeah.
more.
That's what I figured. I would probably list it for, $1.25.
That's about right. When I looked at it quick, I thought it was larger.
Yeah.
diamonds.
And then there were other, solitaire diamonds that I found.
And you have to be careful too, because some of the older stuff, and you don't realize that they're diamonds or real, and they are.
Yeah. Yeah, I did once once you and I talked about it and I committed and I was like, okay, I'm doing it. Buying the tester. And I got to use it because I expensed it on my taxes. But yeah, I would have never known that this one was how do you say it? Peridot? Peridot?
Peridot.
10 carat peridot with a couple
Nice.
of little diamond chips.
Peridot, it's definitely, people like that a lot.
Yeah. But this is the kind of stuff where I'm going to like sit down with you and be like, okay, how much? How much? How much? Because you got to be at the point now where you can just come up with a price off the top of your head, right?
Some of the stuff, not everything.
Yeah, but the stuff that I'm going to find.
Yeah, I am much better.
I'm not going to find museum pieces in here.
Maggie. You never know. Your mom had a really good eye, honey.
Yeah, but... And here's another one. Here's another peridot
Hello.
diamond chips. And these are their fingers were so freaking small in the 70s.
Yep.
And that goes back to these podcasts that I'm listening to about all this ultra processed food and everything else. Because you look at all these family
What
pictures,
size are those rings?
they're tiny ass rings. They fit
No, but what size are they?
tiny ass.
Oh,
I don't know. Let me find my ring thing.
I have tiny fingers. I'm just curious.
Oh, there we go. Where's your mandrel?
All right, I got my stick.
You got your mandrel?
I got my stick.
Your mandrel.
Whatever.
All right.
Okay, it is called a mandrel. You can have that one.
Okay.
That's what the tag says. Yet another thing that I purchased and expensed. Okay, so this one goes on the mandrel and it goes down to so are these inches? What are these?
Well, you have to find the US size.
It's only got one set of numbers.
Okay.
Okay. So it's a 5.
No, it doesn't go down to 5. It goes to the line above the 5.
That's 4 3/4.
Okay, so it is like inches.
Okay. 4 3/4. That
Okay.
would work.
The small ass ring.
That's a
That would
small
fit my
ring.
ring finger.
That's your ring finger?
My ring finger. Yeah, that's
4
about
1/2.
about 4 3/4 to a 5.
Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Wow, you're so petite.
Well, I got a
Yeah.
ring for you.
There's my ring finger.
And
Right
then, oh, crap. Okay. And then the other
I know.
one,
I model rings all the time.
the other one goes, if I push it to 6.5.
Oh. 6.5. That's a good size. 6.5.
That's too big for you, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, this finger is about a 7. So this one's about a 5. But I could go a little. If I had to, I could go a little smaller. That one's about a 7.
Let's see what my ring is.
I could be 6 3/4.
Oh my God. I am almost a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, me too.
8 3/4 is my ring finger.
Vicky.
And I got to push it over the fat to get it to the point where a ring has always been.
Priscilla.
That one cost a fortune to resize.
Hmm.
I think I paid almost, is it like $500 or $600?
Wow.
Did
'Cause
they
it was-
add gold?
Because it was the tiny ass fingers
So they had
of
to
my
add to it.
my grandmother.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not bad. That's
Yeah,
still
this
not
is
bad.
yeah, mine is white gold.
See, yeah, that's gonna cost more.
Is that why it costs so much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorting out all my, trying to get ready to do my billing.
Kathy used to be a 5. She's now maybe 6 1/4. Amy says she has big knuckled man hands.
I have big knuckle man
I
hands.
have big knuckled man hands, I guess. My birthstone is boring. Diamond. Diamond's not boring. Every
Not at
time I
all.
saw a piece of jewelry with a diamond, I'd be like, babes, that's my birthstone. Ah,
Jan, you would have been very proud of me. I created a junk drawer lot and I sold it for $15.
nice. Somebody mentioned that in the chat too. They told me to do junk drawer lots.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny. I just kept pulling out stuff and I'm like, okay, I found some marbles. I lost my marbles. You have to put marbles in there. It's, I mean,
Oh, you see, when that kind of stuff happens,
it was funny.
I have 2 catch-alls in this room. Like stuff like this, I found these shooter marbles
Yeah,
and didn't even look them up. Threw them in Amy's box.
yeah. Yeah.
She's got so much crap in this box. She's gonna be like, "What the hell, Jan?"
And yeah, so I'm sorting out my orders here. Okay.
So how late do you work, Miss Mia?
How
just-
late do I work?
Yeah, when you sit and you work on your stuff, you just keep going and going and going.
I just go until I'm done. Until I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's how my life used to be. I'm kind of liking the whole. All right, I'm gonna do a couple hours.
Yep.
See, I knew that, Amy, because you schooled me on marbles. Man, did she school me on marbles. I was like, I'm gonna turn this into a book and print it out. Anytime you want to know about marbles, ask Amy.
Okay.
Not kidding.
I just found one that's like this big. It's huge. Just
Is that really
clear.
marble?
I don't know. It looks like a big old marble. You know what I have in some box somewhere with my my childhood stuff is, remember the glass knockers? You go like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The glass ones that you'd hit your bone and you'd be like bone bruised.
Yep. Mine were never glass though. Mine were like metal. They were some kind of metal that knocked together.
Nope, mine are glass.
I don't
They're
think
glass
that's a very
marbles.
good idea.
It's not a good idea.
I wouldn't play with that.
That's why they changed them to metal or something. Oh gosh. All right. Sorting out all my sales here. And we'll figure this out.
Acrylic. She said KA knockers were the best. They were acrylic.
Okay.
I shattered mine.
Like later on, some of them had like a tab that you held on to. Mine just had a knot.
I had the little. It had a little handle, a little plastic handle, and you just sat there and you'd get them going, and then all of a sudden they'd be going back and forth. My mom was like, "Stop it!"
Yeah, mine just have a knot. I think I'm almost positive they were green. They're in there somewhere though.
The things we played with when we were kids.
I know.
And we still survive.
No warning labels on that stuff.
I know. No warning labels whatsoever.
No warning labels.
Didn't need one because all you had to do was pinch your finger accidentally in between them. Warning label. That hurt. Don't do
That's
that
true.
again.
We were the test dummies. That's what we were. We were the crash test dummies.
Yes.
We had. You should have seen some of the toys we had at my grandparents' house. My grandfather had made me one of those. So one piece was a hoop, and the other one was a T-stick, and you ran down the street keeping the hoop rolling. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It went around.
No, it just
it rolled like a wheel. So you had a hoop, a wheel, and then you would bat underneath the bottom of the. I don't know what it's called.
I thought that was the one like you hooked it onto your foot and then you went around. It went around and you.
Oh, that was lemon head or whatever.
Oh,
And you'd have to jump
never knew
over
the
it.
name of that one.
I was good at that one.
Stick and hoop. Old game. Old-fashioned toy. Oh my God, that is beyond old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Holy crap, what they did to us. Present. Share.
But you survived.
We survived. We're still here.
Oh, I lost my mouse. Where did my mouse go? These. Stuff like this.
Yeah.
We had these.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not that old. I mean, in my head, I'm not that old.
No, you're not that old.
But we had these. See, they did it with just a regular stick. We had a T stick.
Yeah, see, when we had yard darts, they weren't called jarts. They were called yard darts.
Yep.
Loved playing with that. Oh my gosh, that was one of my favorites. We
didn't have lawns. We had the sidewalk to play.
We never heard a single person with that one.
Rolling hoop and stick. Yep, that was it.
A hoop and a stick, yeah.
And then we had those weird roller skates that you just like popped your sneakers into and they like clasped around your sneakers. I know that it was that early, but my grandparents made us think that it was like the coolest thing in town. I mean, we were single digit ages. I mean, once we got to be like 11, we were too old for that shit, but and we had hula hoops. Now I want to know what those knocker things were called, and I'm scared to type in knockers. Knocker old fashioned toy.
Clankers.
Oh, there they are. Knockers, clackers, click clacks. But those are like dollar store plastic.
Yeah.
But that's what they looked like.
Mine were it was just like a rope.
Yep.
And, that went into the glass.
Yeah, I think mine had like a triangle thing that you held on to.
Yeah, the later ones had those.
That's it.
Yeah, very similar to that. Yeah.
Yep.
But the handle was I feel like the handle was different, but it looked very much like that. Yeah, I think they were acrylic.
There they are. Super clacker ball.
And you know what? All you had to do was orange. I think they were orange.
Knockers.
Put your
knockers. That's what it was.
Write it down so you know what to sell them for.
Knockers.
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 Clackers.
Knockers.
Knockers, the original knockers.
Yeah, mine didn't have a handle or anything like that. It was just a knot. It didn't have metal, nothing.
Yeah, these, like this one.
Wait a minute.
I know mine, I had a set that didn't have that thing, and I cut off the circulation of my fingers I don't know how many times.
Oh my gosh.
Tetherball, yep. I didn't have a tetherball at my house or my grandparents' house, but the the summer camps that I went to, they all had tetherball courts.
Oh, we had them at school. I grew fast for my age, so I was one of the taller kids until junior high or so. I was one of the taller kids, so with tetherball.
Yeah.
So
You just went over their heads? Oh, you meanie.
over their head.
There you go.
What? I won again? I know it was mean.
Hey, build up your confidence anywhere you can at that age, right?
And then they
Anything
all
you're good
grew
at.
and caught up with us. So
Yeah, I was walking distance from my elementary school too. 3 blocks until 4th grade. Then I had to go to a different school. Because I was one of those problem kids.
ooh.
I was
Dun,
one
dun, dun.
of those kids that got pulled out of class and had to sit in a room with somebody and they watched you play with toys and all that other stuff. And then they determined that I wouldn't be a problem kid if I was challenged more. They said I was bored. Very true.
You were.
Yeah. They called us MAP kids at that point. You had to be placed in the major achievement program in order to stay out of jail.
I can't wait to show you guys when I find them, the clackers that I have, because I don't see any of them.
Knockers.
Knockers, clackers, knockers.
Yep.
Yeah, mine doesn't have a
Oops.
It's just at the center of the rope. They just made like a knot.
Yeah.
There's like a little hoop there of the rope, but there's
It was
no.
just a slip knot.
Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
Probably, the early ones. I'm thinking anyway, because they were glass and didn't have a handle.
Every time my grandfather got annoyed with me, he made me a new nail puzzle. So there were like little triangles and squares and circles all over my grandparents' house that had all the holes for the nails, and you would jump them like the tic-tac-toe thing. I'd be like, Grandpa, I can do this in my sleep. And then he'd give me a new shape. Try that one. Okay.
Did he make the shapes himself, or?
Yep. That's why I was so interested in tools and woodworking.
Because
Because I was like, I don't know, my 2 cousins there was 2 of them. I was an only child, and I was,
like this.
Yes, exactly like that. But he used big, rusty, nasty nails.
That's awesome. Yeah, this was mine.
These would have been nice. That's so funny.
Yeah, I'm coming across a lot of stuff that I had forgotten about, stuff that I didn't realize that I had, and
Yeah,
just a lot of stuff.
we had an in-ground pool at my grandparents', so that took up a good majority of our time. It was like the old style in-ground pool that was completely concrete and painted, so it was always
a concrete pond.
Freezing. Not like those fancy pools they have now with the marbly blue liners.
And heating systems.
Yeah.
Filters.
We went to Cracker Barrel recently, Lulu. That's how I got this sweater. This is a Cracker Barrel sweater. Isn't it pretty? It's got all these sparkly threads in it. We went to dinner and I saw it on the thing. And I was like, oh, I love this. And I shot it at Dean. I go pay for that. That's one of my Christmas gifts.
Go pay for that.
Oh man, I miss out on so much not having a Cracker Barrel.
We don't have them here
The
either.
food wasn't as good as it used to be. Everything was really salty.
Oh,
I
Now, I
hate
don't know
that.
if that's just us because we eat at home more often. We don't eat out as much as we used to. But
or you just had an extra salty
everything
or,
was really salty.
cook.
They had some really cool stuff in the Cracker Barrel shop. They have lots of quilts in there too.
Ooh.
Yeah. What else do we find in there? We found another Christmas gift in there. Can't remember what it was. It was the day we were out shopping for his granddaughters and his kids. All right. I got an early day tomorrow, ladies.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Thank you so much
I
for.
be an hour away by 8 a.m. So, yeah. So I see you Tuesday? Next Tuesday?
That would be fun.
If I don't see you before then?
Yeah.
Are
This is
you on tomorrow,
Mm-mm.
Trisha?
Trisha's on every day but Sunday.
yes. I
If
am
you're
on
tomorrow morning.
no afternoon. Well, 4 Eastern.
So I do my unboxing tomorrow at 12. Just want to make sure we're not. I don't want to step on your toes.
She's every day but Sunday.
Yeah, I know. Well, I knew about
Varies.
the Friday night, Friday and Saturday night. So
Yeah.
The time varies. Yeah.
nice.
Shop Cracker Barrel for
To
Halloween.
double check
stuff.
my my notifications for you. You know how sometimes they always.
Oh,
We were talking about this the other day too. The buyers are getting very, very savvy at having multiple sales open. So
they are.
yeah,
They're getting good at that.
everybody reminded me, you do you, Jan. I'm like, I can't, my times are very specific because of work and everything else. So
Yeah.
to not kill myself, Sundays at 2:00 is the best time for me.
But it's true. People do have multiple, or they bounce back and forth very easily. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely more common now than it was even a year ago.
Mhm.
Well, there's less live sales too than there was before.
I don't know about that. There's a lot of live sales.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot.
On my For You, I don't see them on my For You page for YouTube anymore. But it got to a point where I had to turn off the notifications because it was just
Oh, I can't.
anything that I
can't
did on
have
my phone.
notifications on, but what I do a lot of times is I'll click the notify me so I get an email notification instead of a ping. And I like that much better.
I just like my very small circle of people, and that's who I have my notifications on.
There you go.
So if I show
Kathy says a lot.
yeah,
Kathy says a lot.
a lot. I show up when Mia goes live. Dean calls me when you go live.
Thank you, Dean.
In the middle of the day, babes, what? Trisha's live.
That's so cute.
I know, because it's a lunch. If you're on the East Coast, it's a lunchtime sale.
That must be why he's texting me
you
and
can-
calling
you
me
can
in the
pop
middle of
in
the
at
day.
lunch.
There you go.
Mhm.
That's funny. All right,
Even in
keep going,
Ohio.
Mia. Don't stop.
No, I'm gonna. I just separated my orders, and I'm gonna work on that.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to go have some dinner.
There
And
you
then
go.
I'm going to be right back up here doing some more packing and invoicing.
Thanks for
But
inviting me, Jan.
It's only 6 o'clock there, right?
It is 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's after 9 here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Night,
Nice
night.
seeing you, Trish.
I think we put PC to sleep.
Good night, PC.
Good night.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to